This time, we're looking at Sector 3 Delta Complex. There you go. There's the picture. This is how it built. It's a lot of circles. It's been interesting. This especially. This took several attempts, and you have 3 of these to build. They're like the silo section for it. They sit on a stand. It's not the easiest thing in the world to build, as you're about to see. So this section here, built it up. These things just gluing in place. And then we have to put the top on. Getting the top on was awkward, which is a bit of an understatement. The second level for it, though, thankfully, the way you'll see in a second it goes together, I eventually work out an easier way to do it than what's in the instructions. I hope everyone's having a good week. It's Saturday morning, so I'm drinking my coffee as usual. No script for this one. I meant to write one, didn't get one. You can see me here struggling. It's going to be cut in a second and jump to the next part because it was a struggle. And as I said, there's 3 of these to build. And there's a ring. That bit at the minute you saw me popping out, that ring. There is another ring that needs to be removed from that as well because that's the hole that allows the top and the bottoms to connect together. So this is the industrial complex. Is it the industrial complex? It is, yes. It's the Delta complex, the Sector 3 from the industrial hive. So yeah, again, Necromunda. You'll see it built up at the end of the video. I've been working on some bits and pieces. Obviously, I'm working on the district rules still, and I need artwork for that. And the idea for the artwork is to just play the game and take photos, which I'm looking forward to doing. We'll be videoing that. That's going to be a longer video when it happens. This would have been an hour long, but I think I've cut it down to 11 minutes. So, yep, wipe the glue away. You can do that, Dave. Just wipe the glue away. It's weird watching myself work. Now, you haven't got to sit through and watch me build all of them. I do build all of them. It took me, what, a day? It's a lot of fiddly parts. The joining clips as well. So a lot of the stuff I've used will have a smaller joining clip for angling stairs and making flat sections. The joining clip for the industrial this industrial one, or this Delta complex, is actually thicker and heavier because it has to support a lot of weight in comparison. I suppose while this is going through, we can talk about districts. So I've been working on the rules, doing the bits and pieces as always, trying to get the backgrounds right because obviously every planet is going to have its own circumstances. That's a word. So we're going to start with Phoenicia when I get it done, and that's a desert planet in a domed city, high built up, high impact, loads of buildings everywhere, really difficult to move around. But it's going to be interesting. The story's good. I'm happy with the story as it's going. I'm happy with the rules. Moving around. So everyone moves around. Now, I've been having this debate because it's played usually on a 2 foot by 2 foot board. I'm not using movement. I'm going to use radius. Oh yeah, this is where I got confused. This was a pain. I had to take it to bits and put it back together, and take it to bits and put it back together. And the way I ended up doing it, I think I put I put the top in, then realised this isn't going to work either. So I slowly started putting them in one at a time. So bottom to top, and then yeah, here we go. So I took them all off, kind of lined them up. So 1 to 1. I'm still working on angles for cameras, by the way. I will eventually work it out. There you go. That's one, and then the next one goes in, and we slot it in place. And I did the 4 edges because they have a different shape section, or 3 edges. No, it's 4, I think. Oh no, it's 3. It's 3. So there's 3 different shaped ones. I lined them up, and then I put all the other pieces in. That was how I did it. Where was I? Radius. Yeah, everyone's going to have a radius, and that radius is how far they move. And it's the same with guns, but I've been debating this. As it's only a 2 foot board, I'm probably going to drop ranges for guns. I might do it so all guns work at all ranges, but depending on the style of weapon, depends on the bonuses for shooting. Just an idea I'm playing with at the minute. Yeah, again, still got to play test it, still running through in my head. What's this? Oh, these are like a ladder thing that plugs in. Yeah, I'm all over the place today. getting ready for Download Festival, which means I won't be here next week, but I will have done a video to go live for next week, I believe. I think I'm going to do Spiky, because obviously I've done a lot on Spiky, but Spiky's had a slight redesign, and I will be showing you that through ZBrush and models and so on. So that's something you can look forward to. Right, this first section is nearly done. This is the cage that goes around the outside. Couldn't think of the word then. It's Saturday morning. What do you expect? Yeah, so what's it? Radiuses. Everyone will move in radiuses. That's going to be the movements. And weapons will have radiuses as well. I'm trying to get things so they interlink with each other. So, for example, weapon radius, how far I can shoot, or how good it is at different ranges. How far up your person can move, or character can move. Come in the radiuses. Aiming, handling. So handling would be the same for both weapons. So close combat and guns. Well, it won't be the same. It's what modifies your attack stat. And then the shots and strikes. So they just go OPS. And the same thing, how many shots a gun has, how many strikes a close combat weapon has. Here's the bigger one. Now this is the underground, the under support. My voice seems really high pitched today. Just did it the same way. I did the big one into the bottom and then just slotted the top. Well, I put the support strut into the top and then glued the bottom into it. Because it can, like, if you look, it's got the clips. I am actually pointing at the screen as I do this. I know you can't see me. That's how we do these things. I like to stay hidden. See, and then just lining it up, pushing them all in, doing them one at a time. I used way too much glue, but that's because it's just WH Smith's PVA and I have no real control over how it's coming out of the nozzle. Where are we? 7 minutes in. You guys bored of me yet? Here comes the bottoms. I don't know what happened there. Weird cut. Another weird cut. Just going to line this up. And so these supports will support a 30mm base. I have tested that. Clearing the throat. Nope, haven't changed the nasaliness of me. In it goes, in it goes, and there's the top. Yep, and that circle at the bottom allows them to stack on top of each other. See? Dum-de-dum. Right, we're going to build, I think there's a load of shields we have to build. And there's 4 ladders or 3 ladders. Could be 4 ladders. Yep, these are the shield frames. There are so many of these. Thankfully, there's slightly more than you actually need. So, they look quite good. They're presently sat in my spray base, waiting to be painted. A lot of my stuff is waiting to be painted. It's just finding the time for everything, isn't it? There's the ladder. I like these. As a ladder design, I think this is really good. Anyway, this is still TT Combat stuff. I haven't got around to getting anyone else's. Well, I have. I've used other people's in the past. I just like the TT Combat stuff. There you go. That's all of it built. Well, it's not. That's just the first row of those shields. These are the base plates that connect together. We'll show you all this in a second. There's some more base plates. And that kind of connects it all up. In the instructions, it doesn't actually tell you how to build it. So I kind of looked at the cover and tried to work it out. It took me a little bit longer than I want to admit, but that's just how it goes. How long have I got left? Oh, not long. Yep, those clips go in. You see, they are massively thick compared to the others. And then they connect. There we go. Get it right around. I put them in upside down to start with. Thick bit to the bottom, light to the top. And you see, they will hold most things. This all connects together. Now, these are the shorter planks I think I'm going to show you here and how to join those. I could be wrong. I was wrong. There we go, short one. They just slot together like that. And then those shield supports clip into the side of them. This is a different desk, by the way. This isn't my main desk. That mat underneath it that you can't really see is a Tiny Wargames gaming mat. I use 2. Got a concrete one and I've got a Martian surface one. You'll see the Martian surface one at the end. I do like their mats. You guys should. I'll put links in the descriptions as always. for everything. So there you go. And that's the whole thing built up. Let's put some models on it. In case you're wondering, they are mine. I sculpted design. There's Spiky. Hey, Spiky. He's getting a redesign at the minute. I'm also going to redesign this high gravity armor because I don't think it's detailed enough. That guy with a flamethrower or guy with a scanner? Could be a guy with a scanner. And there's one of my short people. Yet again, planetary rules for him somewhere when that species comes. Right, let's look at a big layout. So here you go. This is how I expect a district board to look. Something like Necromunda, but twice as scary. Yeah, again, there's that Mars pattern base from Tiny Wargaming. See, lots of buildings. Yeah, we do kind of go outside of the area. Also, this is only half painted. Right, I'm going to leave you this, and I will not see you. Well, the video will go live next week. I won't be here, though. I'm going to be in the field watching music. Have fun.